Ladies and gentlemen, for Detroit Polish TV, it's Rafał Nowakowski. We're speaking with the first trainer for the Kronk Gym, Sugar Hill. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. And also we have a trainer, Piotr Pożyczka. How are you doing, sir?
Hi, how are you?
Now we are at this new facility. Would you please tell us why we're here?
Well, the new facility that we are at is because the old Kronk Gym, which was a temporary gym on Warren Avenue in Detroit, was closed down after Emmanuel's passing. And the reason for that was I was out of town and no one was there to run the gym. So we closed it down, took the equipment and things out of there, and was planning to relocate. That was something that we had planned on doing before Emmanuel's passing, and something me and Emmanuel talked about, on a week-to-week basis, relocating to a better gym, a larger facility that would be able to, bring in a lot more amateur boxers, because we love the amateur boxers, and be able to facilitate the professional boxers that come from around the world to train at Kronk.
Now, how would you summarize the 2012 for you?
2012 was, I can say, looking at the end of 2012, it was a good year, a very, very good year. We had, I think, maybe one loss in 2012, and that was it. I believe that was Andy Lee versus Chavez. But Cornelius K9 Bundridge, he knocked out Corey Spinks. Jonathan Banks, he fought overseas in Germany, and he won his fight. Adonis Stevenson, he fought Donovan George and had a 12th round knockout to put him #1 mandatory for the super middleweight championship for the IBF to fight Carl Froch. And then we had, the passing of Emmanuel, which was, it was a low, but it was a very, very good uplift, for the team. Even though he passed, the team still stuck together, and we're working hard to, keep the legend alive and the legacy. So after that passing, Vladimir Klitschko, he fought a Polish guy, Wach, and he had a 12-round decision on Wach. And then Jonathan Banks comes back November 17th after the service of Emmanuel, and he gets a seemingly devastating upset knockout over Seth Mitchell, who was supposed to be the highly prospected American heavyweight. And that's how the 2012 ended. So I think 2012 was a good year, even when you look at the passing of Emmanuel, because he was such an inspiration, and he is who made me who I am. My mentor, my uncle, but more a father, because we stayed together. And that's who I grew up watching my whole life, as a male figure in my life.
But just like you said, because of his personality, what a great person he was, he would also say the show must go on, and this is what you guys are doing. The legend continues because of you. Yeah.
That was one of the last things we spoke about before Adonis fight. He told me that just keep the guys winning, keep them winning. So that's what I've been doing so far. Being in camp with Vladimir Klitschko and him winning, and also training Jonathan Banks and him getting that big knockout on HBO, which is who Emmanuel had worked for, and it was more of a tribute to him, and just letting everybody in the world know that Kronk is still alive, and I'm the new face of Kronk, and he turned everything over to me before his passing, and I have his blessings, and we're here in 2013, and the team is together, training at another temporary facility until we raise monies to get a new gym where we can all call home.
And from what I understand, you like this facility for now, correct?
I like it for now. I mean, it's a nice facility. The gym is called Bad Boy Gym. It's on Woodward, just south of 13 Mile Road. And I like the gym for a lot of reasons. It has 4 different sections. A weight area and like a military combat training area. and then they have a room where they do about 50 heavy bags actually. So no one should have a problem getting on the heavy bag.
Picture of it.
Yeah. So,
We took a picture because we never seen anything like this.
it's 50. It's 5 rows of 10.
I guess.
But they have classes in there. But I like this place versus going to another boxing gym in the metro area is because right now, the times that I'm here, there are no fighters here. And I had offers and open arms to go to all kind of other gyms. So one of the gyms was Dave Lester's gym, which is a world-class boxing, I believe. And those guys, they have real fighters over there. So me just thinking things out, I don't want to be in anybody else's way with my fighters because I run a gym a certain way. I need to run it the way I've been running it that's been successful. And I just don't want to be in anybody else's way to interfere with their work, even though they want me here and they welcome me there, and I'm happy and appreciative of it. But I just need a place to work on my own so we can continue making champions.
The more I speak with you, the more I realize that there is a true formula for winning. Like you said, you had so many victories, only one loss in the last year, but it's a true formula. It's not just the guy gets in the ring and then punches, but there are so many variables that you have to input into it to make a successful fighter.
Yeah, that's true, and people don't realize that, but it takes a lot into training a fighter, not just in the gym. Most of my fighters that I train, and that's pretty much all of them, we have a relationship outside of the gym. Where we go to movies, we play pool, we interact, talk on the phone, so it's more of a personal relationship than I think any other trainer has with their fighters. And that was something that Emmanuel always had, and that's where I learned it from. To interact with your fighters, and you become more like a family. So now you know more the personality of the fighter, and what do's and don'ts, what makes them tick, what makes them sad, what makes them happy, and they know you, and it builds up a special kind of trust and bond that carries out into the job, into the ring. So they trust everything I tell them, and that makes for a better combination.
That's beautiful. Just because of meeting you, I'm respecting boxing more and more, just because of how you look at it. Obviously, 2013 is here right now. What are the plans?
Keep winning. But we need a new gym. So, I'm working on trying to get some fundings to get a new gym. Anybody who, knows boxing and knows this sport, it's not easy to raise it, to have a gym and to keep it running. But, I've been working on a business plan, if I can get a gym, I can have it open, but keep it running, not just as Emmanuel did. Emmanuel, when he had the gym, he paid for the gym out of his own pocket. Everything, the lights, he paid everybody. He kept everybody with equipment. He did all this without any help from any grants or any fundings from anybody. He took his own money that he worked with to put back into the gym. And that's something that's very rare. And it's something that I'm unable to do at this point in my life, just starting off into the boxing, not training those big fighters for so many years and all those world champions as Emmanuel did, to be able to support a gym. So I have to have a business plan together and to be able to keep it running through memberships. Pretty much that's it. And anything else that comes after that, that goes to fund the amateur boxing, to go on trips and give them equipment and feed them on these trips and then to house them.
Absolutely.
We need somebody.
Will, yeah.
I don't think it's too much to ask for what you're saying. I think it's very fair what you're doing. I think it's beautiful. And I maybe wanted to ask the trainer, Piotr Pożyczka. Piotr, would you like to maybe add something to it or ask some questions?
Of course, I'm already adding, Frankie Leisman with the Tommy Hearns, I don't know what they come out with. But I think that they are willing to participate in it, put some money. But they have to talk to Hill. He's the guy. He's the man right now. That's if anything, I will of course participate in it, and I will spend some money.
Beautiful. Congratulations, gentlemen. I know both of you have a lot of love for boxing and for what you're doing. Congratulations one more time, and happy 2013.
Thank you. Happy 2013 to you, and may your year be prosperous also.
One thing I want to say is what's most important is that Mr. Hill keeps everything together. You've got the same fighters, even more fighters, that even is it's far away from Detroit. Everybody are coming over and train. You know, so that's beautiful. I mean, it means that the legend is on and it's gonna continue. Am I right?
That's right.
Yeah, that's most important.
This is,
So look at this guy, man. He's a main guy, man. I can work with him.
Yeah. One other thing I forgot to mention is this is an international gym. So we don't just have, I guess, just white kids and black kids and Mexican kids, which most of the gyms have, depending on their area. But this Kronk Gym here is more of an international gym where you have Polish fighters, you have Mexican fighters, Puerto Rican fighters, you have Arabic fighters, you have I guess Jewish fighters that are here. You have Romanian fighters. I mean, you have some of every race or ethnicity that comes into this gym, which makes it a unique gym, and they all bond together like a family. And I think that's one of the most important things, and that was one of the things that I saw growing up in the Kronk Gym was that family unity. When I was maybe about 4 or 5 years old, going on trips with Emmanuel, with Thomas Hearns and Milton McCrory and those guys, going on amateur trips and staying in a room with those guys, and I would go out to the fights. Didn't really know what was going on. I was just playing around, running around, and thought I was beating up on the guys, punching on their legs and stuff like that. But those guys were winning. When I stopped and looked at the ring, those guys were winning. They had a certain little style, and they all cheered for each other. Sometimes they got into arguments and fought with each other a little bit, but nothing big. But those guys cheered for each other and cheered each other on. Even in the gym, boxing, you got these two guys, and they're good friends, and they're going at it. And you got their friends on the outside cheering for them back and forth. They even switch sides. The one who's maybe losing, then they tell him they turn around and give him directions. And the other one starts winning, and they turn around and give the one that's losing directions, just to keep picking each other up. So it's always been something that I've seen growing up, and that's what I instill in my fighters today.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Sugar Hill, Piotr Pożyczka, Rafał Nowakowski, Kronk Gym. The legend continues. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Remember, support us.